We're back on the budget TT build. I think that's what we're calling it, possibly not. It's the Argon18 frame with all the bits and pieces that we've been loaned, borrowed, scraped out of the parts bucket, whatever. So a quick recap, the frame was donated as a good cause. We've had to swap the saddle out because it didn't fit. We've done a bike sit fit since the last video as well, which is why the saddle's changed. So we were struggling to get the bike set up right, so that's how come that's on. If you remember where we left it off, we needed a braze-on derailleur. We were missing the cables for the brakes, which we have now got. And we have sourced a derailleur. We've got a few options. I've only got one of them to hand at the moment. It was kindly donated by somebody at the club, but it's an SRAM. Now, I've never done a hybrid setup. I've seen some of the mountain bikes that we've had, specialised bikes, they've got hybrids that have come from supplier with Shimano shifters and SRAM X5 derailleurs, but I don't know if I can use this particular shifter. Now, the good thing about the front shifters is you're not going to be a million miles away. As long as it moves that way, something, it's going to get it somewhere. But it's just how much the throw is. So I'm just kind of, the throw is the amount of cable it draws in when you go through the indexing. And if it's if the Shimano requires a lot and the SRAM is giving a little, it just isn't going to work. So good thing about this is though, this isn't indexed as such. It's like one of the old-fashioned levers like they used to have down there, so you can wind it quite a long way. So I'm kind of hoping we're going to be good. So we're going to get that one on first and then see how we go with that. So we'll get you set up closer to that and then we'll see how we fit. Back you come. Right, so it is a SRAM Rival road group set front mech, braze on. So we'll get it sat on. This won't make any difference. You can run just about any chain ring with these. You know, anybody tells you can't stuck out their arse. There are many examples of bikes that don't use the group set, crank set that comes with the group set. And like I said, I've seen ones with come out of shops with a Shimano crank set on, or an SRAM, or even what's the other one I've got on the other bike? Can't remember the name of them now. It's quite a popular one for Planet X to use. It's going to bug me now. Let's go and have a look because it's over there. FSA, full speed ahead. So it used to be quite common for Planet X to have FSA things on there. I just found out where the little flap in the camera won't sit down because the part of it fell on the floor. So we'll just remove the. I've just removed the. Let me show you what I've been doing because I was doing it off camera. That's no good. So if you ever get one of these, don't be trying to fasten it on with that, because there's a screw that screws into the middle of that captive nut. It's got a thread in the bottom and that's for the chain catcher. So a lot of SRAMs have chain catchers on. A nice little feature. All we need to do is get the remnants of the, can you see that? I think so. There's a bit of, looks like somebody's just cut the cable out. So we'll just remove the old cable. Shove a screwdriver in my pocket before I drop it on the floor. My big white dog's deposited hairs all over everything already. So there are a whole load of critical measurements that you can follow for fitting these, and one of them is that you put it on before you put the chain in, but luckily I think you can undo that. So I'm going to find a really tiny Allen key and we'll see if we can get that. Bear with me because I don't have it. 2mm Allen key, I think. Can't see the writing on that. I'm pretty sure it's a 2mm. Can't see the writing on there either. This is one of the nicer features of SRAM. You don't get that with Shimano. You have to, I'd have had to have taken the chain off. Let's assume I can break it apart. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I know, moaning about the wheels, but they're my wheels, and they're not staying with the bike. Alright, so let me just, because with threading into plastic, you've got to find the thread, otherwise you'll end up cutting a new thread. You don't want to do that. It wasn't particularly tight, but it has got liquid thread lock on. I don't know if there's an embedded metal thing in there, probably not. So sit that there. It's a 4mm captive head bolt. So we'll get it somewhere near. Hopefully. Like everything else with this bike, it does not like being used with Allen keys. That is going to cross thread. Let me find a 4mm socket. Get more success with this. I don't know whether it's been cross-threaded already, because it doesn't look like it's going in a straight line, but at least it is going in with fingers. Well, I thought it was anyway. There we go. It's okay. Should never have to force anything like this. Now what I don't know is if I've got to tilt that forwards or backwards yet as well. That's particularly unhelpful. I think we are missing something there. Damn. Alright. Just bear with me and let me go check something. I think we might be missing something that goes over the top of that. In which case, that's probably not going to be a great deal of use to what you got there. Have you got anything there? Right, so, what was I saying? I've got a spacer just so I can tighten this up. And I can apply a bit of force on this to keep this where it's supposed to be. It's not a brilliant option, it's just temporary until I get up into the other workshop. And see if I can find something I can modify, like a brake shoe adjuster. You know, just file out one side, because that's what's missing. That's just a screw off a valve. I've got another option, but I really don't want to use that because it's plastic, and I'm not sure it'll take. Or I might be able to find the missing parts, to be honest. So we'll see how we go with this. Get this one lined up. I've just got to find the screwdriver to do the adjustment now, because it's absolutely miles off. So I'm kind of hoping that this is going to get it somewhere near. Now the S-rams are a little bit different. Actually, I can't remember if the rival is the same, but we'll get it somewhere near. I think that still needs to. What we're looking for is that that's in line with those teeth, and that the centre of that is over the centre of the teeth, so I think it must come out a little bit further. And then I need to just tweak it slightly and then adjust it again. I think the trouble is it doesn't really want to go where I'm trying to make it go, if I'm honest. I think that's actually breaking through the threads now. Just got to be careful we don't strip it out. I need to go the other way now. Let's see if I can persuade it rather than keep on doing it. Yeah, I think that's somewhere close. Right. I've no idea where we got to, what you've seen. I've put the plastic piece on instead of the metal bit that I didn't want to use. We'll right, see where we go with this. Now the only thing I haven't done is set the upper threshold yet. Because like I said, I'm not even sure if I've got this cable routing properly. I don't do a lot of mess around, as you've probably worked out by now. But I will trim this off. Right, shove that up there like that. Let's see. Well, that took all the slack. And the problem is there's no adjuster either, so I suspect we didn't have the cable all the way through. So we're just slacking this off now. Right, let's try that again. We're getting pick up straight away now. Right, I suspect I'm hitting the top stop now. Yeah. Let's see if that's enough. Oh, too much. So I think you saw me when I put these together, there's a tensioner there, and the tensioner on this one isn't tight enough. When I let go it's falling back down. That's working now. Right, so let's go for the extremes. I'll drop it right the way down onto the bottom and check we can still go up and down. Yeah. And yeah, that works. All good. Right, let's put the chain catcher on. And I think we're good to that bit. So these are a bit of a faff. Some people like them, some people don't like them. I think they're all right, as long as they've been adjusted properly. I think if they've not been adjusted properly and you lose the chain, they can actually cause quite a bit of hassle trying to get the chain back on again. Of course, I'm trying to do this now with a posi and I need a Phillips. So the idea is you tighten this up and then you use that Allen key there to bring it out to where you need it. Or you put it in to stop it from going any further. And you get the right Allen key. Right, that shouldn't be able to go in any further now, so I've just got to check it doesn't interfere with the chain. Slightly. That's it. Right, I think we're all good there. That's the gears sorted then. Right, let's get the brakes done. So I've just repositioned the bike with its nose down. Generally this is how you're supposed to have them. It stops the handlebars from swinging round, so I haven't got to put the clamp down there. So hopefully that should stop that. We're just going to feed the brake cables in. We'll do the front brake first. So I've got some Jaguar Teflon coated brake cable. Not that I buy Teflon coated because it's shite, but it was the only stuff I could buy that I could get delivery within a reasonably fast time frame, and it wasn't stupidly expensive. So there we go. To be honest, it's not going to make much difference on brakes. Let's just check that's good. Hopefully they fit in the back. And remember, it's got the big bezel. For some reason they are big bezel. So we will put that in there now, and then we will try and slide that through, and then hope that we can flip the loop over without putting too much of a kink in it. Because otherwise I've got to take the whole thing off, and I really don't want to do that. Alright, okay, well that is it. Let's just take it out. What size is it? Yeah, 4, is it? Next size down. That's the next size down. I'm going to put one on that. Have to watch out for the spring as well. There's a captive nut on the other side that's spinning round. So you can take the end off, and if it makes life any better, that might work. Come on. Oh, the flipping thing's spun round. Why are you being so awkward? think you have to. I think we don't. I think, do you know what? I think you actually genuinely have to take the. I think you do have to take this off to rethread it. That's. I can't remember. No, I didn't have to do them. That's right. See, these came off my my turbo setup, but I never had brakes on it. Now I know there's going to be a spring in here as well, so just watch for all the bits exploding all over the floor. Yep. That bit there. I'll just straighten out them now as well. It's good if these are brake cables, and we'll take this kind of thing. Right. Just make sure we get that where it's supposed to be. That's right, that's what I thought. So the spring has to go up the back as you slide it in without losing any of the pieces. That's awkward. And the flipping bottle pulls out. What on earth are you supposed to do with these? The theory is you shouldn't have to completely decamp your. Oh. Right, don't breathe. That was a great royal faff. So I can imagine that you don't have to go through that palaver with a set of Shimano ones of these. We're on 5s or 4s, because we do like about 5 different sizes. Right. Just make sure that's wound in, and then I'll come round here. Somewhere here. Don't want to be too tight because obviously I've got to put a different wheel on. And I haven't centred up these properly either. Seems a little too squishy. There's a little bit of adjustment to do on them, but they're not a million miles away. clippers. Right, that's almost sorted. We've just got to adjust the brake pads on that one. Yeah, I think we've got quite a bit of stretch in with that, but we'll seems legit. Right, let's go and do battle with this one now. Same thing again, let's open it off. We've been away all weekend. Just got back today. Didn't go far, just down the road, but to a campsite that had a festival on. Took the motor home. Absolutely slaughtered. I feel worse now than I did after doing the Ironman last weekend. I mentioned I did an Ironman last weekend. Don't know if we've seen each other since then. I feel this is going to come out the other end. Maybe not. Oh, something's happening. Oh, yep, something's happened. Right, let's go tackle the fiddliest job in the universe. Probably something really clever I could do with the timer. It'd help if the tension on the cable itself would actually play ball, because actually, I might. That's the way to do it, obviously. There we go. We've got one slight issue with this, in that there's you can't see this, I put a piece of tie wrap through to stop this part from falling off because it's in the notorious altogether. Which is probably why the cable wasn't going through very well at the beginning. Right, just make sure that's wound all the way in. And we'll back again. The renegade bastard. So we've got a 105 on on the front and an Ultigra on the back. Because it's a Heinz 57. Of course that one uses a 5mm. Heaven forbid Shimano will ever be consistent. See how that looks. Probably want it where I did in the first place. Nope. So we can always adjust it out. Well, like I said, we've got to put a different wheel on anyway. So need to cut that one off. Now, right, I think that's it. All we've got to do is just tape up the bars now, but I think that's looking right, a little bit better than the funny vision we had it in last time. So I think that's about it. It's about as good as it can get. Steve can go and give it a ride now and see how it goes. I do need to find another better solution for that, but I think it's solid enough. It doesn't appear to be moving anywhere. So we'll just give it the brakes are actually snagging, but I've got to swap the wheels over yet. Seem good enough? Yeah, that was a bit. It's got quite a bit of movement in that one. Let's have a look at that one. I might not have smoothed it up enough because I was peeing about with it. I suspect it's pulled through. There's actually quite a bit of flex in the actual mechanism itself. That's better. Just need centering on there. Like I said, I've got to line all the brake pads up anyway when we put the final wheels on, so I'm not going to get too excited about that. But there you go. One budget TT bike built on a thing. So let's just recap. What have we actually bought? It's got new gear cables front and back, it's got new brake cables front and back. Other than that, the chainring came off my indoor bike that was set up as a TT bike, but it was the one I broke the frame on, old Reggie. I do need to put the cap on that. The back mech came off that. These wheels are off my orange winter bike that I use for TT races when I don't want to use the expensive bike because it might get battered. The brake calipers, one of them was provided by Phil who provided the frame, one of them was donated by somebody at the club. I'm trying to remember, that might have been Phil as well, he might have come through with some more, and Tony Dishman gave me a set as well. And I had to use a combination of parts off a few of them to get 2 full sets out of there. I've donated the shifters and brake levers off the set of TT bars that came off my bike. These TT bars came with it, but they're more similar to Steve's setup. That's the saddle I've donated. That's just some tape we did from where we did the bike fit the other day, so I can take that off. The chain came off that. That's been donated by one of the lads that swims at the club. I can't for the life of me remember his name. I'm thinking Ralph. But I'll need to go and check. And apologies, sorry. You know what I'm like. All of you guys, when I'm signing you in, I can never remember your names. The pedals, Steve provided those. We put them on for the bike fit. That's why they've suddenly appeared, and the pedals that were on have disappeared. What else have we had to stick on this? I don't think there's anything else we've had to stick on. Like I said, the shifters came, pretty much the entire drivetrain came straight off old Reggie. The seat was one I had spare. The cables are new. The brakes and gear cables were brand new. I bought those. So we've got about 20 quid in it for those. And that's it. Everything else has been donated. So. And I've got a set of wheels. I've got a set of Shimano wheels that are going on this. I was going to put the Planet X ones on, but they were my old winter wheels. They are a slightly better wheel, and they've got ceramic hubs, but I am just concerned that they have done 5 or 6 winters now, and they do have a tendency to pop a spoke every now and again because they are heavily corroded. So we'll see where we go with those. That's gone flat. Why has that gone flat? Because we let it down, that's why it's gone flat. I hope it's gone flat like that, not just because, anyway, we'll have a look at that in a minute. I've stuck a new inner tube in, that was the one that came down to, they couldn't get the tyre off, and it turns out it was a tubeless tyre, even though it wasn't a tubeless, it's not a tubeless rim. And it doesn't sit right, I think it's been sat outside the rim, and it's been bulged out, and it's been rubbing on something, and it's worn all the sidewall out. But anyway, that's another story. That's not even going to get on camera now, and it's not worth it. Right, let's skip that on before I forget. And then you've got video evidence that I did put it on, if I can find it. Because it'll be in here somewhere. Buried it. No. Well, we just chucked all that over the floor now. Why was the lid off that? Brilliant. Well, if I wasn't going to buy a set of them, I am now, because they're scattered to the 4 winds. How on earth has that happened? Just bear with me while I dig them out. I think something must have landed on the lid. Is it broken, the lid? Is that what's up with it? No, I think something's fallen on the lid and knocked it off. Keep a couple of spare links in there as well. Thing full of spare links and ends. Oh, they landed in the oil as well. Oh, it's just dirty. Another one there. I'm going to end up in a box as well. Let's just throw some more on the floor. Just a good measure. I'll be finding these for the next month now. Right. I think I've officially had enough of that now. There's still a couple more in there. There's some. Another link. And another one. Yeah, I looked at that. All sorts of possibilities. I'll be treading on one of them tomorrow and I'll be absolutely ecstatic about it. You can actually trim that down a bit further. Don't know why people leave these really long, there's no need. So you can just tuck that up and it's not going to end up catching on your trousers or end up in your tyre. Because the trouble is they rock over and then point that into the tyre. And it makes a great noise, it really irritates me. Right then, so I think that's it, jobs are good. Not that I was interested in something a bit different, and hopefully the cinematography is good, because Mr. Twatface from What's His Face will be moaning about it again. Do you watch your videos? No, I don't. I ain't got enough time for that. I haven't had enough time to watch anybody else's videos. I've seen his videos as well, they were shite. He's only done 6, about 20 years ago. Some boring water skiing or something. Flipping, like anybody wanted to see, he's flipping 2 skis pointing upwards and then downwards and upwards and then sky, sea, sky, sea, sky, sea. I have no idea what he thought he was doing. At least mine are entertaining because they're so shite. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. It would be nice to get a few likes. People are actually subscribing. We're clacking up there now. We're starting to catch the algorithm every now and again when I put some shorts up as well. So and we're getting decent volumes of views now and time on video and stuff like that. So, but just stick some likes in as well. It all helps. And the thing is, the more I get, the more I can do the videos as well. Because at some point over the next few years, I'm going to retire. And I'm not going to live off YouTube. But I'm still going to do these because, you know what? It's really good for your head. Standing in a room on your own talking to yourself. Right, anyway, job's a good one. Thanks for watching.